So I enjoy going to The Intercept, and Ryan Grimm is one of my favorite journalists, actually. However, he had this article today that I saw about Republican fears that Joe Manchin's concrete hard opposition, the filibuster, might not be as durable or as predictable as they think. And I just thought, don't do that to me, buddy. Don't put out the football and then I run up to kick it and then you laugh and pull it away, because that's definitely what's happening here. And it started like this. Republican senators are anything but confident that Joe Manchin will stand by his op-ed in West Virginia's Charleston Gazette Mail this weekend, promising to oppose his party's efforts to reform the filibuster, along with, let's not forget, his opposition to the For the People Act. So, like Ryan Grimm's good journalist, so he's got quotes from them, and that is what the Republicans are saying. So this is all, bear in mind, after Joe Manchin had his meeting with civil rights leaders about the filibuster and about the For the People Act. Bear in mind, Joe Manchin came out of that meeting still refusing to reform the filibuster and still against the For the People Act. Although he said the meeting, JR, was constructive and informative, it just didn't construct a Joe Manchin that cared about voter suppression, and it didn't inform him about anything that he didn't already know. He knew about all this stuff. He's still gonna be against it. So we're gonna have those Republican quotes soon. But just briefly, what did you think about this, the meeting with the civil rights leaders?
Politicians are gonna politic. That's all he's doing here. Oh, I'm gonna meet with some civil rights leaders and I'm gonna talk about the issues that they have with my stances on allowing the Republican Party to do everything they can to completely derail any kind of progress in the country. So yeah, I met with them and it was informative, and I learned some things. Okay. I wasn't there when he said that statement. Maybe he was walking by. Maybe no one got a chance to ask him the next question of, so what did you learn? What did they inform you of? Did it affect your decision on this? Because you can just say anything's informative. Yeah, I was watching TV. I was watching some garbage reality TV, and it was informative. Was it informative? What did it inform you of? How stupid it is? Did it inform you that it's a smart thing? Did it inform you that it changes your mind?
I didn't know what happened below deck before I watched that show. Now I know a lot happens below deck. Anyway, yeah, what did it inform?
It's to pass the time. It's to say, yeah, I talk to the black folks. The black folks talk to me. I learned something from them. Not I dismissed them. I learned something from those black folks. So therefore, we good now? There's never a conclusion to these statements. It's always open-ended. I'm disappointed. Who are you disappointed in? Why are you disappointed in them? Hey, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just disappointed. I've been informed. Now what, Joe?
Yep. You know what, JR? Nothing. That's gonna happen. So, and that was what we think. So Republican senators, we're pretty sure that Joe Manchin means what he says. They're not though. So Tim Scott had to say, you think it's over? I'm not confident on anything until the day after it's been done. So I appreciated his comments and thought that was a strong, smart move for the country, opposing everything. And I hope that he continues to have that approach to S1 as well as the filibuster. A strong, smart move, okay? Tommy Tuberville said, when asked if he thought Manchin's opposition was a done deal, you can't guess at that. And here's the best statement. This is, there's two good ones. This is Joe Kennedy. I don't know whether he will or won't. He understands that peace of mind up here comes with grabbing a principle and hanging on. Yeah, they care about their principles. He's really good at witstanding the pressure, but they've put a lot of pressure on him. They really have. They've beat him like he stole Christmas, and they're not gonna stop. They didn't, what Grinch did you, they didn't beat the Grinch. That's exciting, I'd watch that, but they did not do that. They're gonna call him names, they're gonna talk about his mama, they're gonna do everything they can. Knowing Joe as I know Joe, I don't think it'll do any good. Trust me, I've talked about his mama a ton and it has never had any effect on him. So that is Joe Kennedy. We'll have one more, but they're so worried. Joe Kennedy's not super worried, but the others, they're just really worried, JR.
No, they're not.
Are they?
No, not at all. This is a continuing warning shot. It's, hey, Joe, we see all the pressure that's being put on you. We see them talking about you like your mama, whatever he said, like you stole Christmas and they're talking about your mama. Hey, make sure you hold the line because we will talk about you from now on if you decide to go that direction. Now, it's like a check-in. It's making sure. It's like, hey, you still okay, Joe? Okay, good. Without saying it directly, we're watching this very closely. You are the key. You better keep with the program, or else things are going to get really bad for you.
Now, I wish that we had money to fund some animation, because I just want to have the Grinch like getting out of the shower and Stewie's there asking him, "Where's my Christmas?" I want to see that right now.
By the way, the Grinch, when he stole Christmas, you know what he had? What happened at the end of it? In case for all you who didn't get to read it because the libs canceled Dr. Seuss, the Grinch had a change of heart.
He did.
Grinch's heart became a better person. 3-4 sizes that day, 2 times bigger that day, and he picked up the damn Christmas gifts and sent them back into the village. He changed his mind because it was right. But you can compare him to the Grinch when the libs are talking bad about him. What happened to the Grinch? Finish the story then, bro. Finish the story.
Do you even Grinch, bro? Yeah, exactly. Jesus. They didn't learn the lessons of the Grinch. Okay, so here's what Lindsey Graham had to say. I think he will remain firm because I think that's where West Virginia is at. He's a Democrat and he wants to help his Democratic colleagues, but he represents West Virginia. So from his point of view, I think he's doing his job. He's telling his Democratic colleagues, from where I come from, this is a bridge too far. The most important part of all of that is, I think he will because I think that's where West Virginia is at. Oh, that's where you think West Virginia is at. That's the interesting thing about thinking in the age of the internet. Sometimes you can confirm or deny your thoughts by looking for actual evidence. And no, that's not at all where West Virginia is at. Over 79% of West Virginia voters say they support the For the People Act, including 76% of Republicans and 79% of independents. 76% of Republicans support it. 76% of Republicans don't support free shotgun day, but they support the For the People Act. But I think that they're against it. And the thing is, that is as stupid coming out of his mouth as it is when Joe Manchin implies that he's just doing what West Virginia really wants. They almost couldn't be more unified in their support for this. If you're from outside of the US or whatever, you may not know, nothing gets 79% approval. Literally nothing gets it. Vaccination doesn't get it, by the way. But this is one of the bits of cover that they use to hide the real reasons that Joe Manchin is doing what he's doing.
Yeah, you're supposed to ignore the polls. You're supposed to ignore what people have told you. You're supposed to ignore the people that have sent letters and called your office, because that's something from 1972 that happens. I don't want to discourage people from that. But after it's all said and done, you just tell the people what it is that they believe to their face. So the people of West Virginia told me that they don't want, he said this all, they don't want a higher minimum wage. So do you think people in West Virginia are like, yeah, you know what? That's $7.25. That's fine. Hey, you know what? To my employer who's gonna raise my minimum wage, double it potentially. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you keep that. I'm okay. That's cool. I don't need that gas money. No food. Come on. I work at McDonald's. I'll just take the free ones. That's what the people of West Virginia are saying, right? Come on, man. Like the upside down world that they want to pitch us to tell us that rich billionaires, who we just discovered yesterday, aren't paying their taxes and they would like more money. But poor people that are making $7.25 an hour are like, I'm good. You keep that.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.